It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. We are approaching the end of our season of elementary competition down to the Elite Eight. The two schools here today are hoping for a chance to become one of the two finalists in this year's competition. Let's meet those schools right now. First, from Greenbelt Elementary School, say hello to Muhammad. Hi, Muhammad. Good smile, good wave over there. Their captain is Timothy. Hey, Timothy, welcome back. And the last Greenbelter is Soham. Nice to have you back. Good players. They've already won twice. They're back here today trying for another win. They're playing against Longfields Elementary School. Hey, Longfields. Grayson is here. Hey, Grayson, wave to everybody. Their captain is Nathan over there, and rounding out the threesome is Drew. Hey, Drew. Great players as well. Here in the Science Bowl, we arrange our game along the lines of 6 categories of questions. If you're not familiar with those 6 categories, here they are.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's science potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here in the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty. Easier questions on the left worth 5 and 10 points. The tougher ones, 15, 20, ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out with 50 points. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. End of the 2 rounds today, one of these 2 good-looking teams will come back to play again for the chance to move on to this year's finals, and this is our 37th year of competition in Prince George's County Public Schools. Let's go over and make sure everything works properly before we start. Timothy, try that buzzer for us. The red team looks ready and raring to go. Good luck to you, to Soham, and to Muhammad. And Nathan, would you try yours? It is A-OK as well. Good luck to you, to Drew, and to Grayson. And congratulations, guys. You've made it this far in the competition. There are a lot of elementary schools back there that didn't get this chance. You outshone them all. Let's have a good game. We go alphabetically G before L. So Greenbelt, Timothy, let's play the game.
Let's get physical for 15.
Physical for 15 points. Here's your question. The moon Enceladus that orbits Saturn has a salty ocean that contains all the chemicals necessary for life, like carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, and this chemical with the symbol P. Greenbelt.
Phosphorus.
It is phosphorus. And I like your group think over there, too. Nicely done. 65 points. You got the first points. Go, Timothy.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Question. It is a visual question, so look at the picture in the studio, please, on our monitor. There is a legendary music store in California that is named for this A-initialed, most familiar of one-celled organisms, some of which can cause human illness.
Amoeba.
An amoeba is the correct answer. Yes, indeed. All right, go again, Tim.
Green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points. Here's your question. Scientists are working on a type of rice that doesn't have to be replanted each year, meaning that it will be one of these P-initialed Longfields.
Pollinators.
Not a pollinator. Good try. Greenbelt. Scientists working on a type of rice that doesn't have to be replanted each year, meaning that it would be one of these P-initial kinds of plants that comes back on its own year after year.
Perennial.
You got it. Perennial it is. Nice try, Nathan. Get them next time. Go red. Tim, go.
Zoo parade for 10.
Zoo for 10 points. All right, we have another picture for you for this question, Zoo prayed for 10 points, although there has been no credible evidence since 1944 that a certain very large woodpecker is still alive. There it is. It just might not be extinct. Its white bill is named for what substance? Nathan?
Ivory.
Ivory, yes, associated with elephants' tusk. It is an ivory-billed woodpecker. Thank you, Drew, for your help. Go Green.
Zoo prayed for 15.
Zoo for 15 points. This is interesting. To help it survive, there's a kind of frog that gathers all of its red blood cells into its liver, making it very hard to see because light passes right through the frog's body, making it what? Greenbelt.
Transparent.
Yeah, it's a transparent frog. Absolutely right. See right through it. Yeah. So the predators can't make it out. Go again, red.
Let's get physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 20 points. Here's your question. Atoms are said to be electrically neutral because these two subatomic particles are equal. Greenbelt.
Protons and electrons.
Indeed, you got them both. Yes, same number both. Good. Red, go.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. Teams, if something is safe to drink, it is said to be potable. P-O-T-A-B-L-E. If something is safe to eat, it is said to be what? Greenbelt.
Edible.
Edible. That's right. Potable if you can drink it. Edible if you can eat it. Good. Red, go.
Body systems for 20 points.
Body systems for 20. Two-part answer. Scientists have found evidence of the earliest ever surgery on a man who'd had these two lower leg bones amputated over 30,000 years ago. I need them both. Be careful how you pronounce them. Greenbelt.
Fibula and tibia.
You got it right. Thank you indeed. A lot of people they confuse it. Tibula and fibula. No, tibia and fibula. You got them both. Nicely done. Red.
Let's get physical for 25.
Physical for 25. Big one in that category. All right. Come on, Longfields. You need these points. Listen carefully. When a sedimentary or an igneous rock undergoes changes, like when limestone turns into marble, the process has what similar name of when insects go from an egg to a larva to an adult. Longfields.
Metamorphosis?
That's right, because we're talking about metamorphic rocks and metamorphosis as the process of producing a new insect. Good. Go. Longfields.
Zoo prayed for 20.
Zoo prayed for 20. Here's your question. Scientists have succeeded in eradicating, wiping out, all the nutria, beaver-like mammals that were destroying the marsh plants near Chesapeake Bay. Their population was out of control because the nutria have no what? Longfields.
The nutria have no...
Now, you got some advice from two of those. What do you want to tell me?
Pass to Drew.
Drew?
Endangered species?
No, not endangered species. Let me repeat it for Greenbelt. Scientists have succeeded in wiping out the nutria, which is a beaver-like mammal that was destroying all the marsh plants near Chesapeake Bay. Their population was out of control because the nutria have no what?
Teeth?
No, they have no natural enemies. They have no predators to keep them under control. The buzzer has rung. We've come to the end of the first round of this important game. Longfields at 85, Greenbelt at 155. More Science Bowl straight ahead. Don't go away. And welcome back to the Science Bowl. Yes, a lot at stake here today. We have two teams that have been here twice already this year and proven themselves, and you can see what great students they are. Before we ask any more science questions, let's introduce them to you. If you've never seen them on the show before, they're great. Let's go to Greenbelt first. Timothy, tell us about Greenbelt. Who is your principal?
Mr. Nelson, he just got here this year.
Yeah, he's a new principal there, Mr. Nelson. I know he's excited for you guys. And who's your coach?
Miss Hollingsworth.
Miss Hollingsworth, yeah, I know she
Miss
every
Rice.
year sends us a great team, and this year is no exception. Any alternates on your team, Timothy?
Yes,
Could you
there's-
mention their first names?
Michael and Safwan.
Good, we'll bring them out in just a few moments here. What do you like about Greenbelt Elementary School, Timothy? If you had to brag about it, what would you say was cool?
It has a lot of clubs and stuff, and we take Russian, which is nice because we have a language to learn.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing that. Tim, what do you want to do someday?
I considered being a physicist, but I'm up for anything. I'm really not sure.
You're going to be successful. I like your discipline. You're a good captain, and you got a lot of life ahead of you and a lot of different experiences, but it's nice to have a goal right now. Nice to have you here. Soham, nice to have you with us today. Are you a soccer player?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you play for a particular team?
Yes.
What's the team?
TFC and Greenbelt.
Wow. Are you good? Is your team good?
Well, one is, one isn't.
Yeah. You know, it's always good if you're out there getting exercise and mixing it up on the pitch. What do you do in your spare time if you're not playing soccer?
Play soccer video games and read.
And you read. That's so readers do so well on this program. And Timothy is thinking about being a physicist. Do you have any ideas yet what you want to do?
Be a soccer player.
Soccer, all right. There's a theme running through here, folks. Yeah. Make it to the World Cup one day and you'll be rolling in money. Muhammad, nice to have you with us today. Young man who likes to clean chairs, yeah? Yeah, to make them look spotless. You know, it sounds like a perfect son at home there. You know, I bet the house is spotless. Tell me what you want to do someday, Muhammad.
I want to be a pilot or a soccer player also.
Also, yeah, the soccer is here. How do you know so much science, Muhammad? Because you do. You're doing a nice job here.
Well, I learned science at school, and I've also learned science at my last school.
Where was your last school?
I was back in Africa.
Africa. Where in Africa?
Nigeria.
Nigeria, yes, indeed. Nice to have you here. You're doing a super job. Let's go over to Longfields Elementary School. Nathan, tell us about Longfields. Who is your principal?
Miss Bell.
Miss Bell, that's right. And your coach is Miss Bear. Yes, indeed. Miss Bear has been with us many, many years, and we value always the team that she selects. And we always like to mention that she was nominated for Teacher of the Year here in Prince George's County out of thousands of teachers. So you know you have had a special lady there in your classroom. Tell us any alternates on your team. First names.
Vika and Adam Sola.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What do you like about Longfields?
The teachers there are nice. There are a lot of clubs, and there are a lot of good activities to reward us for doing good.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, because you need to be motivated. I like those shirts too. You know, with the Science Bowl, you got a flask on there. Everybody's got nice shirts. Everyone looks just terrific here today. What you want to do, Nathan? Someday.
I want to be multiple things. I want to be a biologist, a marine biologist, an environmentalist, a veterinarian, and a scientist, and an engineer, and a paleontologist.
You're going to have a busy life, young man, a busy life, and a good...
And a businessman.
Oh, and a business. Throw that in there, too. That's right. That's the American way. We all want to be a millionaire somehow if we can do that. Doesn't even sound like a lot of money anymore. Drew, nice to have you here. You come from a family where there's a veterinarian, right? Yeah. Do you have any pets of your own? What you got?
Wow. 2 dogs, a gecko, and, well, I think that's it.
That's it.
2 dogs
Is it a leopard gecko?
Yeah, his name is Bandit. Well, we had 3 other geckos, but they died.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, they're hard to keep because they're cold-blooded, you know, and sometimes in the house it just doesn't agree with them. Would you like to be a veterinarian someday? Yeah?
I like animals. They're like, I've always liked animals because, well, 1, they've been treated unfairly, and 2, they're just, I feel like I connect with them somehow.
Yeah. Well, you know, some people have that connection. You know, there was a TV show called The Dog Whisperer, you know, and dogs just had a sense that he understood them. You know, that's a gift. Grayson, nice to have you here. Returnee on our show, right? You competed when we were on Zoom,
yes,
you know, during the pandemic. Nice to have you back. Grayson, tell us about yourself. What do you like about this show? Why'd you want to come back?
I enjoy learning more science because it helps me learn more and do better in school, and I also like just
the competition, maybe. Yeah. And what do you want to do someday?
I want to be a nuclear engineer in the Navy.
Wow. And you told us also earlier that you wanted to go to the Naval Academy. Yeah. And one of our judges said that his son had gone there and encouraged you to stick to that dream. And let me echo that sentiment. Let's get back into the game. 85 for Longfields, 155 for Greenbelt. Last correct answer for the green team. Come on, Nate. Let's go.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20 points. Multiple choice. Scientists who study fungus, which are not plants but often join with them, are called which of the following? Mycologists, pathologists, or arborists? Longfields.
Arborist.
Not arborists, good try. Scientists who study fungus are mycologists, pathologists, or arborists, Greenbelt?
Mycologist.
Mycologists, the first one, yeah. Arborists study trees. They study trees over there, guys. Nice try. Go red. Timothy, you choose.
Let's get physical for 5 points.
Physical for 5. All right. Superman is famously described as a man of this metallic alloy. Nathan.
Steel.
A man of steel. You got it. Good. Thanks, Drew, for your help. Go, Nathan. Got yourself 5
Science
more.
potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Some of you may remember that famous NFL game when Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field. It was a quick application of CPR that contributed to saving Damar's life. The R in CPR stands for resuscitation.
Nothing.
Help him out, Grayson. Drew?
It was on accident.
No. Greenbelt, I'm looking for to tell me what the acronym stands for. CPR, which was applied to Damar Hamlin when he collapsed on the field. The R stands for resuscitation. What do the C and the P stand for? That's cardiopulmonary resuscitation. When you push on someone's chest to get a stopped heart beating again. Something that everybody should know how to do. Go again, Green. Nathan?
Dateline science for 20.
Dateline, 20 points. Here's your question. Multiple choice. Christian Huygens, the Dutch astronomer whose telescope let him discover Titan, Saturn's largest moon. Mr. Huygens was apparently nearsighted, which means his vision of that moon was kind of blurry. Nearsightedness is better known as which of the following? Myopia, hyperopia, or astigmatism?
Myopia.
Myopia is correct. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Grayson, for your help on that. Go Green. Come on, you got some points to make up here.
Dateline science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Famous cosmologist Stephen J. Hawking died back in 2018 on March 14th. A day known to scientists and mathematicians as this day. Greenbelt.
Pi Day.
It's Pi Day. You got it. 314. You got it. Nicely done. Go, Timothy. Good answer. Greenbelt.
Let's get physical for 10.
Let's get physical for 10 points. Here it is. Since the top wing moves faster through the air than the bottom wing, it creates the torque that makes this device tilt and return to you after you throw it. Longfields?
Boomerang.
A boomerang, yeah. Used by the Aborigines down there in Australia. Yeah, good. 120 to 190. We got a closer game now. Green, you get the advantage. Or excuse me, last correct answer was the green team? Yes. Okay, let's flip that light here, please. Thank you. Nathan?
Green things for 25.
Green things, 25 points. Big one in that category. This is interesting. Be careful. The only flowering plants that grow in the ocean are the sea grasses, which, like their counterparts on land, produce these male reproductive granules that eventually, yes, Timothy.
Pollen.
Pollen is correct. You got yourself 25 points. Indeed. Good answer. Good. Go.
Body systems for 5.
Body for 5 points. Here's your question. Of the 4 suits in a deck of cards, what's the only one that belongs in this body systems category, Nathan?
Hearts.
Hearts, that's it, yeah. Deal me some hearts. Go Green.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo, 25, the big one in that category. Multiple choice. At Cornell University's ornithology lab, do the scientists there study migrating birds, migrating butterflies? Greenbelt.
Migrating birds.
Birds. Ornithology is the study of birds. You got that right. Not butterflies. No migrating fish either, like salmon. Good. Greenbelt. Go. Red.
Green things are 5.
Green for 5. This word, a homonym, depending on how it's spelled, can mean selling an object, a part of your bicycle, or one of these on a flower that is often beautifully colored.
They're petals.
Petal, that's right. Good. Go. Green.
Body systems for 25.
Body for 25 points. When a doctor, when you go for a checkup and he taps on your back or your chest and listens to the sound of your internal organs, the procedure has what same name as the P initial kinds of musical instruments like drums and cymbals.
Percussion.
Percussion is right, indeed. Good, go.
Dateline science for 25.
Dateline science for 25, big one in that category. The COVID-19 vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna were developed using new technology that involved mRNA, with the M standing for what word that today often follows text? Longfields.
Message.
Message, yeah, it is messenger RNA, exactly right. All right, keep it going. Nathan.
Green things for 10.
Green for 10. If you're eating carrots, garlic, radishes, or onions, you're eating these kinds of vegetables named for the plant part they are. Longfields.
Roots.
They're roots. Those are root vegetables. Thank you, Drew. Go. Green.
Body systems for 10.
Body systems for 10 points. Here we go. Inflation can mean rising prices of groceries, or what happens naturally in this pair of organs in your body. Longfields.
Your lungs.
Your lungs inflate. That's right, when you breathe in. Good. Go.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. Rex, the dinosaur in the Toy Story movies, was using what short form of its full scientific name? Multiple choice. Was it using its genus, its species, or its family? Longfields.
The genus.
Not the genus, no. Greenbelt. Rex was using the short form of its scientific name, that dinosaur. Was it using its genus, its species, or its family?
Its species.
Its species. Tyrannosaurus is the genus. Rex was the species. Go again, please. Yes? Body systems for 15 is still available.
And 20 for science potpourri.
Okay, 20 potpourri and 15 bodies still available. Timothy, you choose.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 point. Here's your question. Oceanographers have discovered what they are calling a yellow brick road at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean near Hawaii. They don't think it's headed to the Wizard of Oz, no. Rather, they think it is leading to the supposed lost continent that Plato discovered in the 5th century. Longfields.
Pangea.
Not Pangea, good try. The lost continent. Plato talked about it in the 5th century. Greenbelt. Correct answer is Atlantis. Atlantis. Go again, red. Timothy, pick. Again, we still have the 15-point question in body systems plus those other 3.
Body systems for 15.
Body for 15 points. Here's your question. Football quarterbacks are now carefully watched to see if these head injuries require that they be taken out of the game. Timothy?
Concussion.
Concussion is right, that new concussion protocol. Go again. Tim?
Zuprate for 5.
Zuprate, 5 points. In a familiar song, the Grinch who stole Christmas must have had wooden teeth because these wood-eating insects were in his smile. Longfields.
Termites.
Termites. You got termites in your smile. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Go green.
Dateline science for 10.
Great. Dateline science for 10 points. Divers recently found a shark tooth cemetery at the bottom of the Indian Ocean. The teeth were so well preserved that even this tough outer material of the tooth was still present. Nathan.
Enamel.
Enamel is right. Yes, indeed. Last question of the game. Dateline for 5 points. Multiple choice. It has been almost exactly 50 years, 75 years, or 80 years since the last man set foot on the moon. Longfields.
50.
50 is right. It was in December 1972, Apollo 17. It looks like we have used up all of the questions here. We will double check that score and be right back with you. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone. So nice to have had you with us today. What a game. It was so close in the second half there. Nathan and Drew and Grayson, you made a run at it there. We're proud of you, and we're proud certainly of Greenbelt for having won today's game. Our score today is 265 for Greenbelt, 220 for Longfields. Round of applause for everybody. Nathan, would you introduce everybody who's standing back there? A couple of them didn't wear the required dress today. They don't have on the shirts, but we'll let them stay. Tell us who they are.
This is our coach, Miss Bear.
Absolutely.
Our principal, Miss Bell.
Yes.
And our alternates, Vika and Adam Sula.
Thank you, alternate. Thank you, Principal, for being here today and supporting the team. And Erica, we always love having you here. Greenbelt, Timothy, tell us who's back there.
It's Mr. Nelson and Saffron and Michael and Miss Holmesworth.
Thank you very much, Lisa and Mr. Nelson. Nice to have you here. I think this is your first time. Yeah, good to have you on the show. Nice round of applause for Greenbelt. They're moving on. We wish you luck in the next game. Maybe a county championship for you. Stay with us as we proceed through our Elite Eight and we head toward the Science Bowl finale. Till next time, I'm Dave Zarin. Bye-bye.